Hello everyone, my name is Desmond. In today's episode, we'll learn a little bit more about basic AV, particularly on light. These are very essential as it helps you to better understand how projection works and how actually these affect your projection quality. Light is actually the most important element in the vision to create effective visual displays. Light will actually undergo certain behaviors when it encounters with some medium. There are 5 primary types of behavior: refraction, dispersion, reflection, scattering, and absorption. All these behaviors can be found in the different optical parts of our projector engine. Now, let me go through one by one. Firstly, let's understand what refraction is. Refraction actually refers to the bending of light. Light will reflect when they pass from one medium to another. That is, when light crosses the boundary between the two mediums. The direction light that is moving undergoes a sudden change and the path is bent. Dispersion is the separation of visible light into its different colors. Visible light, also known as white light, consists of a collection of component colors. White light is separated into its different component colors, which is red, green-blue, yellow, cyan, and magenta, as it passes through the prism. This is very similar to how our prism in the 3LC technology actually works. Reflection is the change in direction of light at an interface between two different media so that the light returns to the medium from which it is originated. Reflection of light is either specular, which is mirror light, or diffuse, retaining the energy but losing the image. And these actually depend on nature of interface. Specular reflection refers to the light that reflects from a smooth surface at the same angle as it hits the surface. Diffuse reflection, for rough surface, it actually reflects light rays scattered in all different directions. Now, we move on to scattering. Light is scattered and reflected in all directions when it actually hits a very small particle such as gas molecules or much larger particles such as dust or even water droplets. The amount of scattering depends on how big the particle is compared to the wavelength of light that is hitting it. A shorter wavelength will scatter more than the longer wavelength. This is important especially when it comes to understanding what happens when the projected image hits the screen or wall when it comes to projection. An uneven surface will affect the amount of light that is being scattered that result in lower image quality. Other than the scattering behavior of light, absorption of projected surface also does matter. The absorption of light occurs when a ray of light strikes the surface. The energy from the light is transferred to the surface material. In order to optimize the projection quality, it is important to avoid using dark color materials such as black curtains or even wood. Having said so, let's understand a little bit more about the law of light. Illumination of light decreases when distance from a light source is actually increased. When you double the distance of a light source, the perceived illumination decreases by about 75%. This is evident when a projector is installed further, the brightness will actually be reduced. Now that we have understood the various different behavior of light, you can now make adjustments to enhance the image quality using these 3 basic concepts. Hue, which actually refers to any spot on the color wheel, pure color, no tint or shade. Saturation refers to the intensity of a hue from a gray tone to a pure color. Decreasing saturation turns the color into gray shades. Lastly, brightness, which is relative to the lightness or darkness of a color. These settings can be easily found in the hue and saturation adjustment settings located under the image settings of the projector. Aside to the projector color adjustments, you can also adjust the color temperature as well, which basically affects the white image quality. However, do note that these adjustments are very subjective. Understanding that light plays an important role to optimizing the projection image quality, do note that the different type of screens and methods also do play a part. 2 key projection methods as follow: front projection method and rear projection. Using the front projection method, the image is viewed on the same side of the screen as the projector is being placed. It makes use of reflective method and is also the easiest and most affordable to install. Such projection method can be commonly found in your meeting or classroom installation. However, if you are using rear projection method, things are vastly different. The light from the projector is projected on a rear screen, and light transmits through the screen towards the viewer. It actually uses transmittive method. Therefore, it actually handles ambient light issues better. However, the down part of such installation method is that it requires much more space, such as a dedicated projection room or cabinet behind the projection screen. This is also a more expensive installation method as well. Now, let's move on to the different type of screens. Choice of screens will actually affect the projection quality depending on the following factors: screen gain and also the projection surface. Screen gain is the ability to redirect projected light to make image appear brighter within the viewer's axis. The higher the gain, the brighter the image. But it can also cause hotspots on the projection image. In line with the different projection methods, there are also different types of screen that caters to such projection methods: front projection surface and the rear projection surface. Front projection surface is usually matte white as they are most ideal for front projection method as it evenly disperses light 180 degrees uniformly. Such screens are very ideal for data and graphics. Other than matte white, there are also glass bead and angular reflective screen. These projection screens are usually more expensive comparing to the matte surface. These screens usually have a rougher surface like sandpaper. Light usually reflects at source using such method. The best viewing angle will be ideal when it is at the same angle as the source, as they are ideal for video and large font computer data display due to its high screen gain. Using an angular reflective screen is best if your source is mounted at the top center of the screen. They reflect light back at the same angle as it strikes the screen, making it best for video and home entertainment due to its high screen gain. In summary, these are the pros and cons about the front projection screen that I've just mentioned earlier on. Rear projection surface usually works best based on these two different screen types: diffusion screen and optical screen. Diffusion screens are usually more general usage, such as meeting or even boardroom usage. Such screens actually offer a wider viewing angle as a large portion of light is transmitted away from the viewing area. Such screens actually have a lower screen gain. As for optical screens, such screens actually focuses light from the projector and send it in a straight line towards the viewer. Due to its high gain and characteristics of the screen, they are usually more suitable for outdoor digital signage applications. In summary, knowing how light behaves and the characteristics of screen, you are able to make a sounder recommendation to your end users to achieve the best image quality.